What's happening, hardscapers? Today I'm going to talk to you about biaxial and uniaxial geogrid. We're going to do an experiment here with this biaxial geogrid, putting it into this box and seeing how it stabilizes our granular material and see what we can do. We got a tamper here, hand tamp it down to get our compaction, and we're going to put these in lifts, this biaxial geogrid in lifts through this to see how it helps stabilize that gravel, and then compare it without doing that. So in this example, we're not doing any geogrid. We're going to compact this. This would be too much to do in one lift in a compaction. We've compacted our A gravel. We'll see what happens when we undo this and how well this was compacted. Open this up and we see we didn't get a lot of gravel staying in place. And this is no geogrid in place for this part of the experiment. Now, we compacted that in about a 10-inch lift. So, and we didn't include any water in this to give it the moisture to compact, but we're going to replicate that when we do use our geogrid in lifts in this. And you can see that we didn't get much stabilizing itself. A lot spilled out here. And now if I put a weight on top of this, this is just going to fall all around here. So I've got a paver here. Let's put it on top. Ooh. A little bit of movement just causes it to become one big pile here. About one paver weight was all I was able to support before I even moved it a little bit around to cause that gravel then to spill out all around here. So let's replicate this experiment, but now using the biaxial geogrid to stabilize the gravel. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do lifts, and we're going to incorporate this biaxial geogrid into these lifts. So we're going to do 4 inches biaxial geogrid, 4 inches biaxial geogrid, 4 inches, and we're going to see how it stabilizes all that. And now that this is in place, we'll see how well that biaxial geogrid held everything together. Latch is pulled. We will open this and pull it all out. And now we'll see that that biaxial geogrid held or stabilize this material to keep it all in. You can see that we have a much better retention of that gravel, and you can actually see the strike through of those aggregate, that 3/4 crushed into here, into the apertures of the biaxial geogrid, and really keeping that in place. So I'm going to put a paver on it and we'll see how this stabilizes. So that's on top. We got a little bit of spillage around where the biaxial geogrid doesn't extend. That's also why we extend our bases past our actual project, the final paver. But now if I add more weight to this, you can see that this gravel is still holding up our weight that we've put on top of this so far. And that's thanks to the biaxial geogrid stabilizing this. Now, once again, if I added some moisture content to this gravel, this granular A, which is a 3/4 inch down to fines, we'd get better compaction. And that's probably the best way to go about this. But for now, we're going to continue to add weight to this till it collapses. So I've got a wall unit here, and still we're going to add more weight till this collapses. You can see that we've added a wall unit to this. Still, this aggregate is being held up with that weight. We'll see how much more we can add here. We'll see if it can hold this. Added wall unit, still no signs of this falling over, spilling out. We're getting minimal spillage out of here, but still this pile of gravel being supported, stabilized by this biaxial geogrid. Even if I pull on it here, we're going to continue to get some movement away from there. I'm going to give it a solid pull, and it's the biaxial geogrid is actually ripping before this pile of gravel is spilling over. And finally, there it goes. You can see how much this biaxial geogrid really helps in this situation. If you have any further questions about geogrids, their applications, please leave a comment in the comment section, like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more hardscaping content.